The eight-legged queen cocoons us closely.
I know the chorus of this one.
Something toxic courses through my veins.
This day, we win! into the fray once more.
Soul Hatter. Shall I start shredding from the top or the bottom?
to stand on.
Vicious vortex! We will nurse your hatchlings, O Queen. We will cherish.
Where do you think you're going?
Curses, I'm stuck.
I'll defend you till my death rattle.
The Queen's cups are ours to nurture, ours to adore. Join us in this world. Oh, dream weavers.
Now I'll sing of your entrails.
And no harm shall befall us, and no dream shall escape us.
She swathes us in finery, but I shine like eight perfect rubies, the Queen of Queens.
We will
The Queen's
nurse your
cups are ours to
hatchlings,
nurture,
O Queen of
ours to
Queens.
adore.
We will
Join us
cherish
in
your
this
aspect
world.
within your
Oh,
children.
dream weavers.
The eight-legged queen cocoons us closely in her mystical web.
The Queen's cups are ours to adore. Join us in this world.
Into the fray once more.
I feel better already.
And no harm shall befall us, and no dream shall escape us, and thus we
Our
pray.
nest welcomes you, a wandering minion of the Queen. We have devoted ourselves to the great Dream Weaver, the eight-legged, eight-eyed and eight-sensed lady of spun time. Man has ruled this world as a fumbling, foolish child king long enough. As his reign withers, the Dream Weaver shall rise. Whatever do you mean? We are all mere threads of gossamer in the Weaver's web, yourself included.
In my experience, hungry arachnids are hardly impressed by religious devotion.
You'd have us believe our Queen endangers us? How could the favour of Fang, the present of poison, frighten the Weaver's own children?
We will nurse your hatchlings, O Queen of Queens. We will cherish your aspect within your children. We will nurse your hatchlings, O Queen of Queens. And no harm shall befall us, and no dream shall escape us.
Oh, in truth, I can think of no...
The Dream Weaver. I dream.
The eight-legged queen cocoons us closely in her mystical web.
Let's
Death.
Face the unending darkness.
Arrow of dragon's breath!
Try to withstand this wintry blast. Electrifying grasp.
In time, eh, friend?
I will expire soon!
Into the fray once more.
Paralysis hit!
can see the white light.
Please assist me, friends! Gods, give me an endless quiver.
Feel my fiery wrath! What venom churns within me? Healer! I feel quite dire.
Fast.
Sweet relief!
Into the fray once more.
The grave opens to welcome you!
dressed in rags, willfully challenging us with your insolent stare, when your nose ought to be pressed to the ground. Our Highness won't tolerate such disrespect in our own royal chamber. Not for a moment longer. Ah, is that so, my child? Well, gaze upon us as you wish. This time we'll forgive your show of disrespect. We do, after all, understand how eager you must have been to come nearer to our grandeur. Be warned, though, child, that if we spy you making war upon our underlings, we'll have no choice but to join the fray. For us and country.
Sakes alive! Are you real? My mind is turning with illusions. The spiders, it couldn't have been, could it? My companions, is it too late? You mean they live? Praise be. But could they not be compelled to leave? Has the Spider Queen's poison despoiled their very minds? Oh, for shame, for sorrow. There's cobwebs behind my eyes, coming out of my ears. Am I mad? No, impossible. I am clearer now than I have been in days. Of that much I am certain. The Spider Queen, it was she who poisoned us. She who would see her spawn gnaw off our limbs while we cried tears of thankful devotion. Yes, I can nearly remember. We're travellers, you see. Traders and merchants, ever en route from village to town. We'd heard these dusty plains would find us face to face with goblins, but this deterred us not. But the high winds proved too great for travel, and so we made an early camp that first night. As the sun disappeared below the horizon, the plains grew still. Hauntingly still. We felt it in our stomachs, the unreality of it. Suddenly, as though she had appeared in a thunderclap, she was there among us. None so much as fathomed the word escape before she'd stung us. But we did not die, no. Her bite was not a poison of death, but of dreams. Within minutes, each of us had succumbed. Hail to the Queen! The refrain sounded over and over, first in our minds, then from our very mouths. Beware, friend. I'd fain trust a deal struck with a monster the likes of her. I'd say you'd better lob off her filthy, fanged head.
feeling hot under the collar.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
Can you hear me? Hello? Frederick's in pain! Oh, bless you for coming to Frederick's aid. He's been attacked, turned upon by his imp slave, cast down this hillside like an aged parent of a cragged sea cliff, left to be devoured by arachnid monstrosities. Who Frederick is unimportant. He is naught but a cog in the machinery of the greater good. But since you asked, since you cannot bear to remain unknowing of this person, Frederick will tell you this. He is a devotee to the goddess, to the Church of the Immaculates, to liberty, destiny, justice, and beauty, to scholasticism, mysticism, aphorism, nepotism, neologism, disestablishmentarianism, and the undead right to life. Frederick finds himself wary of it, to be quite honest. Don't look so surprised. Imps have a long history of compulsory service to the superior races of Rivalon. Frederick would be a fool to refuse the services of the realm's finest bloodstone-sniffing beast on moralistic grounds, no matter how humane or well-reasoned. A valuable artifact, precious like the silence in a house newly emptied of a visiting mother-in-law. It is able to heal even the gravest wounds, and it is a key component of the Immaculate Faith. The Bloodstone? Give it here, come! Frederick wants to march back to the Immaculate Temple on 2 strong legs.
And how? That stone could save one of our lives someday.
What do you mean you're keeping it for yourself? That's Frederick's stone. Frederick's rights. Like a bigoted grandfather serviced by a kindly immigrant postman. You'll realize the error of your ways sooner or later.
Frederick last saw the imp at the top of this cliff. But there isn't a soul in sight.
Strange. He must have hidden in the cave Frederick mentioned. What did he call it? The Lair of Maraschino.
Gadasha the Bountiful be praised that we have made it out of that hell-sent sandstorm. The hour grows so very late, so very quickly. Pace-slowing impediments such as these will be the death of us should they persist. I've told you parts of the saga that is my life, Hunter. But I have yet to divulge the true reasons for my haste. Perhaps, at long last, I had better do so. So I shall. Hiraka. Never had I after such. It smiled, of course it did. Smiled bare 100 razors as its eyes came alight with infernal fire. I did. Yes, I hissed, fool that I was. And yet, my bodily convalescence merely betrayed my utter like a savage, I lived in the wilds, a companion of beasts, not man. It was there that I learned to love them so, the animals of this world. These gentle beings that don't know the meaning of betrayal or greed, that kill but to feed, not because it brings. It went like this, I did, still there came, like mosquitoes in the... Once I was a young, I knew my... And so, but then one day, a young woman, it had to... I drew forbidden symbols. In time, yes, it is my resolve to kill the thing I summoned. And I have been stalking it for well over 9 centuries. I, Hunter, I am nearly 1,000 years old. 25 of them a king, the rest a restless predator. Balberith is the demon's name. If I don't find and slay him before the year is out, my soul will be his to torture eternally. Now you know what drives me. Now you know the reasons for my haste. Either I fail and suffer for all time, or I win and life everlasting will be mine. My instincts tell me he hides from sight in Phantom Forest. I could have guided you there, of course, but your own quest seems to push us inevitably in that haunted realm's direction. Maybe we'll both find answers. Answers and conclusions in that ghoulish grove where phantoms dwell. That is a good question. As for Hiraka, I don't know what happened to her. I have seen my erstwhile palace from afar, a ruin now, a house of wind and dust. Beyond a doubt, she moved on and lies, as we speak, in the arms of another king, assuring him he's only a bit under the weather, that his humors will be in balance again within a matter of days. Poor man. Like all men, he's a fool. Oh, but how I long to be wise. There has to be a first, hasn't there? If I can look her in the eye and denounce her, that shall be a start. But perhaps that day will never come. Born a fool and buried a fool. Perhaps that is simply how it must be. And so let the hunt continue.